my team. Yeah, I can just repeat the pleasure.
Yes, people, welcome back to Weird and Wonderful, Jamie Vardy's favorite fucking show. And we're here. I'm just trying to work out what I want to say right now because I don't even know if I really want to talk about the game like that. Do you know what I mean? We turned down the manager. He's just giving his little post match interview. Where do we start, man? I can't let this team slide anymore. I can't just pretend that this shit isn't happening. I can't. I've got to call it out for what it is. This is probably the worst Manchester United team, not in terms of personnel, but just in terms of the team, in terms of cohesion, in terms of the style of play, in terms of mentality, in terms of being an actual team. Do you know what I mean? Now I've got my flipping scarf on my head. I look like a flipping Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. But that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling to just run up on Old Trafford and just do a madness. Do you know what I mean? Like it's a hard watch. Man United are a hard old watch. We've just become a team that's just dependent on one player, a player that potentially when we were like in 2009, we could do it and probably win titles. But as it is, we're in sixth place, 55 points. This is terrible. This is shocking. So what, 15 points off being safe from relegation? Is that what we're working with nowadays? No, this Man United is... This team ain't United. And you know what? If Eric Ten Hag can come in and turn this club into half a decent club, he would have done a good job. But wow, time and time again, we just realize that we are so reliant. We're so reliant on Cristiano Ronaldo. It's 23 goals for the season, 17 in the Premier League. It's a decent return for people for a man who people call the problem. The problem. We've got a lot of problems if he's a problem. Do you know what I mean? If he's a problem, then the whole team's a problem. But what are Man United now? Who are we? What do Man United mean? Because I know what it means to me. I don't know what it means just more generally, innit? I don't know if I'm still clinging on to the past. Probably am. Probably am clinging to the past. But this is just me. This is a therapy session. I'm trying to understand myself what's happened to my club. And all I can say is that we've been run to the ground. We've been bled dry. We've had uninspiring signing after uninspiring signing, just throwing money at problems. This isn't good enough. You can't do this. There's got to be a strategy. There's got to be a game plan. Man United was never a club that just went out and bought Galacticos. We made Galacticos. We were a factory. We bring in players like Wayne Rooney, Rio Ferdinand, I guess, was kind of young. Wayne Rooney, Cristiano Ronaldo, and turn those players into world class, well beaten superstars. We can't rely on big summer signings anymore. We got to go back to our roots. Got to go back to our strategy. You buy the best young players in Europe. You buy the best players, buy the best British players in the Premier League, or the best players in the Premier League, and then we move and we promote our youth. That's what we do. We scour the markets for the young talent, the Cristiano Ronaldos. We sign the best young players in England, Wayne Rooney's, and we develop players with our youth team, for our academy. But we've for some reason or another we've gone away from that, and I think that was clear under Ollie that there was a lot of pressures at Old Trafford around the club that just meant that we couldn't do what we couldn't do what has made Man United great. I'm talking about the Busby Babes. I'm talking about the Class 92s. He's not Ollie. The buck starts with Ollie. He wasn't promoting enough youth players in his final year. Whatever happens for the rest of the season happens in it. But we've tightened our back on our youth players, on our youth team, especially when we've got the amount of young players coming through. That's the only positive I've got from today, is that we got Alejandro Garnacho on the pitch, even though he didn't get a touch of the ball. It says it all, man. It's literally, that's just Man United. You give a player a debut, don't give him enough time to get a touch. Or maybe you got a touch and I missed it, but wasn't much to work with. But I would have put him on at half time. There were a lot of players I would have brought on at half time because it couldn't have got any worse. Uninspiring, lackluster, idealist. I was counting the passes. We couldn't string more than 2 passes at one point for a long time. And the fact that our best player on the pitch was Nemanja Matic, a player who we know is leaving at the end of the season. He's one player that you couldn't criticize for showing a lack of desire or down in tools. Some you can. There's a lot of players whose contracts are running out that definitely have down tools, but not Matic. Matic, if anything, I wish he played more. But yeah, it's just a shame that our 2 best players, Ronaldo and Matic, on the day, one's leaving and one we don't deserve. We don't deserve CR7. What is he doing at United? Honestly, free him, man. Free my guy. He shouldn't be in this situation. He's still too clutch. He doesn't deserve this when he's 40. Do you know what I mean? He's still too good for United. But wow, what a job Erik ten Hag has on his hands. What a job he has on his hands, because it can't continue like this. He can't stay at United like this. It's just not right. It doesn't look right. It doesn't feel right. But hopefully Eric comes in. I'm not sure. We started the show talking about Ralph Ragnick and his he's been rumoured with a move to, or not a move, sorry, but the Austrian FA have been chatting to him about the vacant Austria job. I said at the top of the match, at the top of the stream, that what manager in their right mind would leave a role at United to go and manage Austria. But yeah, if he does do that, if he does turn his back on United, then United are this could take a long time. No Miss Jocelyn settings, like this would take a long time. You know what I mean? Long old time. But yeah, man, this is the new alter ego. I don't even know what I'm doing, man. I don't even know what I'm doing. There's officially nothing to fight for this season now. We've got 3 games left. I don't even know if I want to. Season needs to start. Next season cannot come any quicker. And on that note, we might as well just jump into the player ratings and guys. Kick things off with David De Gea. Yeah, do you know what? He didn't really do much. Do you know what? I'm just gonna rattle through these. I think I'll give him a 6. He didn't do too much wrong. I think he fumbled a shot once, but look, he's not to blame for the goal. Couldn't do anything about it. I'll give him a 6. Dalot was all right. It was one of his better performances. It's hard to say that when we had 35% possession. But one of his better performances, I give him a 6. Varane, the whole back 4 getting 6s. Teller's a bit disappointing with his delivery. I'm going to give him a 5, actually. Who played next to Varane? Lindelof gets a 5 as well. I think I'm giving Dalot, Varane gets 6s. Lindelof and Tellez get 5s. Matic gets a 7. Best player on the pitch for me. Matic is a 7, and we had McTominay, who gets a 5. Wasn't too good in position, fucked up a couple of our attacks. Who else was playing? Bruno, 4. shocking, terrible, abominable. It's a curse of this captaincy, man. What are we gonna do about this, bro? Because what is it? Just a cursed? Is the captaincy cursed at United? Like, what really is going on at with the leadership at Old Trafford? We're in a dire place, man. It's not looking good. Bruno's completely lost all of his confidence, lost his ability, lost his eye for goal. It's just not Bruno. The player I'm seeing now isn't Bruno. It's just some talentless, incapable of keeping the ball, like just sloppy in possession. That's all I'm seeing from Bruno now. So yeah, Bruno gets a 4. It's hard to say this shit because I fucking love Bruno, but he's been terrible. Then Rashford, I give him a 4 as well. I don't know what's happened to Rashford as well. I don't know, man. But yeah, Rashford gets a 4. What are we gonna do about Marcus Rashford? People, you let me know if you want to sell him. For me, you're not getting rid of this kid. We got to believe in him. We got to get behind him. And after all the protests that started the stream off and started the sort of the mood off in Manchester before the game, we need people who care. And I do think Marcus Rashford does care. I just think he's just too in his own head right now. He can't separate the poor form, or he can't get his head straight, man. So yeah, it's gonna be it's just gonna be a tricky one for Rashi. He's just got to kind of get his head down and focus on football again, because there's a player in there, regardless of what if you want to call him Trashford or whatever, like player in there. Anthony Elanga was a bright spark. I'll give him a 6. Did well. It was probably one of the more so than Rashford anyway, the one more likely to cause trouble for Chelsea on the break. Could have got Rudiger sent off. But yeah, Elanga was good. He was good. He'd get a 6, probably a 6.5, but I'll say a 6. And then Ronaldo, I got to give him a 7 as well. CR7, that's what he gets. Just hearing that West Ham and Rangers have lost. They've lost their two. They've both lost their semi-finals. They've got the second legs, of course, but yeah, Ronaldo gets a 7. He time and time again, he's the only one who seems to give a fuck about his club and about his position in the table, about what's happening with it. Because a lot of players they're on their holidays. They're already in flipping Mykonos. Giving the middle finger to Greek civilization. But Ronaldo's not, man. He has too much integrity for himself. He cares too much about winning. He's a winner. He's a winner at the end of the day. And this club, I feel bad that we even brought him back here, because it's not been worth his time, to be honest. And I completely understand if he was to leave. If I'm honest, I completely get it. I don't think he should stay. But I do think Ronaldo said that he wants to stick around. It's just what next? What now? It's just hard to even think positively about Ten Hag coming in, because when you're watching this, it reminds you of how big this job is. Ralph, I think I'll give him a 6. I'm happy he brought on Garnacho towards the end. But it's just like the body language when we conceded that goal on the hour mark. Just heads down, no belief, no faith, no confidence whatsoever. And then, yeah, Ronaldo, 62 minutes later, not 62 minutes later, but 2 minutes later on the 62-minute mark, he's just clinical and absolutely ruthless. And it's good. It's good that he's still proving those doubters wrong, and he's still finding positions. It's taken a touch, and that's an incredible finish. Incredible finish. We don't deserve him at our club. We really don't deserve Cristiano Ronaldo at our club. But people, make sure you jump in the comments, hitting the like button as well. See if you can get some likes on this video. I'm going to be wrapping it up in a sec, but we'll give you a couple minutes to see if you want to jump in the comments. But yeah, man, to sum it up, United, same old United. I feel like I've seen this performance about 10 times. All I can say is that it's not our fourth L on the bounce. I don't think I've been alive to see that before. And yeah, we're properly struggling now. Yeah, I guess we take that point. Positives. We didn't lose. We get a debut for Garnacho. Ronaldo's got another goal. Yeah, I guess you leave it there. But thanks, people, for joining. It's been weird and wonderful. Jamie Vardy's favorite fucking show. And that is it. It's 0-0 or 1-1. Sorry, United finding a quick reply to Marcus Alonso's goal in the hour mark. 2 minutes later. Yes, Tanner, big up yourself, bro. Poor bro. I don't even want to watch the game, bro. I was watching it and I was ready to bounce, to be honest, man, because the way this game just literally meant nothing. It meant nothing. There was literally pride on the line, and it just looked like no one really had any chest to even stick their chest out and be like, "This is Man United. This is what we're about." And it's just Chelsea didn't have anything to lose, but they're top. They're already a top. They got top four. We've not got top four, and we're just throwing away points in that. Throwing away points. Look, now we can officially stop talking about Champions League or say, "Oh, we've got slim hopes." We've got no hope, bruv. No chance. So that's what you got. We've got no chance, bruv. MF, you know about this one, bro. You know about this. But Man United are in dire straits. You see Jurgen Klopp signing his new deal with Liverpool. They got 4 more years of this shit. They got 4 more years of just elite football, pressing, desire, just really, really fancying your team. But I just don't. I don't know how far away that is from us, bro. I hope so. I hope so, because that is kind of what I'm hoping. I'm relying on, is that this won't last forever. I hope it don't last forever, bro. But I can't guarantee this. It's been 10 years in the making. Remember that. 10 years, and it could be another 10. Look, I back Ten Hag. I think if he's got the right structure around him, he can do well. But we've seen good managers and good coaches come into this club and fail. And if Ragnick's got off to Austria doing part-time fucking shifts with the Austrian FA, and then doing it's worrying for me, because if the Austria job is more appealing to Ralph than the Man United job, then that says it all. That says all you got to know about this club and where we are. We're not in a good place. We don't play good football. We're not in the Champions League next season. Who's going to want to come to us? Eric Ten Hag, if he can turn this around, jeez. This would be one of the most incredible turnarounds in football history. If we can get Man United to be a winning club again, despite all the money we've thrown at it, despite all the top class coaches we brought in, there's something really wrong at this club. There's something deeper than just not being able to win games or contracts expiring. There's something really wrong with this club. And I'm hoping and praying that Eric, Ralph, and Paul Mitchell can find it in it. But yeah, man, for sure, he needs time. He needs time, and I'm willing to give him that time, especially after this last season. He gets an extra year for me. He gets this first year is a free hit. All I want to see in this next season is that he can get something out of this team, or you can start to see a team that actually wants to play for him. Yeah, he needs his time. He needs to. He needs time, and I'm not in a rush. This Man United job is a big one. It's a big old job to tackle in it, and we've seen time and time again that it's not that easy. But it's just going to be a long, hard. It's going to be a long old slog. This ain't going to come easy, and it shouldn't. It shouldn't. We've seen Liverpool wait 30 years. Are we going to be waiting the same amount of time? Look, for me, all I want is a team that I can relate to, and I thought we were getting that team. But still no style of play, still no coaching, no desire, no will. Heads down after we concede a goal. No. But anyway, people, thank you for joining. It is it's been Jamie Vardy's favorite show. Weird and Wonderful. Yeah, it's been Man United 1, Chelsea 1. Game to forget, to be honest. But yeah, man, make sure you're hitting that like button. Make sure you're subscribing. Trying to get on the road to 250 subs. Let's see if we can try and chip away at that total. And we'll be back for another episode real soon. We'll start doing some Sunday night streams as well to wrap up all the football. But yeah, man, thank you all for joining. Get in the comments as well. Let us know what you thought about that game. But for now, it's been Weird and Wonderful. And yeah, we're out.